children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders. This is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Bravery Studios in Garfield, New Jerusalem. I am Darth Messiah. I am not a wrestling genius, but I play one on the internet, and you're gonna love it. And on the phone, as always, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz.
It's your boy, Alex the motherfucking Hill, a.k.a. the Stanley of podcasting, also better known as the man to your girl to crossface, have a run to a crossface, and if it looks like anything like Mr. Man a new mustache, I'm going to go run in a hiding place.
And on the boards, Mr. J Kidd, Stevie Franchise.
What is going on? It's your boy, the Franchise, in the building, giving you the ones and twos with the Ultra Heelz Wrestling News. What's
and
going
in
on?
the chats right away, Marv the producer, Tekken Tuesdays. Go check him out.
Tekken Tuesday,
Go
baby.
check him out. Go check him out.
We're going to be playing Tekken later on. Word.
How y'all guys living?
We've been good. Word.
I'm living in the heat, and I don't like it.
Been good.
Like, sometimes I do envy the fact that you have warm weather, and then I forget that I hate warm weather.
Yeah, that warm, musky weather.
I don't envy I get warm weather. Like, I don't envy I get warm weather, and I hate it even more because it'd be cold one day, and all of a sudden it'd be like 75 degrees the next. I hate this shit.
Because when I left my house at like 2 o'clock, it was about 45, maybe 46, 47. Light wind.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 35 and fucking 30 mile an hour wind.
Why?
Good thing I had the North Face in the car, because otherwise I'd be freezing my ass off right now in the Nike Tech.
Yo, it's like a confusing weather. I'm telling you, it's global warming.
Yeah,
global warming.
Al Gore called it. Al Gore called it.
It's global warming to a T. So look at it. We got supposed to have winter over here in the sea, and we got we got summer, and LA got fucking snow.
Mm-hmm. And then there was a fucking ice storm in Kentucky last week.
Yeah. Man, that was not
Very
easy.
No, this weather is bullshit. This weather is really bullshit, bro. It's better
I'm calling it now on the podcast to date this shit. In the next 4 to 5 years, the East Coast is just going to have summer all year round, like LA, and LA going to start dealing with the freezing cold.
Damn.
I mean,
the first snowman was black.
I'm not summer. If I can have spring year round, I'd take it.
Yeah.
But you know what I love?
Look, I would just take cold.
The one thing I love year round.
Oh.
Cheeks of the week.
Cheeks of the week.
And this week we have one first timer and somebody that's not here very often, Indy Hartwell and Cora Jade.
What's that you saying? Indy Hartwell
Is a sleeper on the
family
Chiefs
back
department.
together. I need the family back together. Everybody else is on Raw. He's still on NXT.
And she's an absolute sleeper in the Cheeks department. Nobody's paying attention to those.
Oh no, I'm paying attention to those. Did you pay attention to her on her NXT her Instagram page when they showed off her 2K23 character?
Yeah.
You see the post she said, "Ooh, I can't."
She's like, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to play with myself.
I was like, I can't wait. Also, I'm gonna watch you play on Up, Down, Down.
But speaking of which, Up, Down, Down already has leaks of GM mode because they were given the game early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know. Must be nice. Hey, isn't somebody up there considered a legend in the game?
Yeah. Also, we have one of our favorites, Jordynne Grace.
Hey.
She's back after a while.
Bruh,
And
the
Peyton
more I
Royce.
look at her, no offense, the more I look at her, the more I see her husband just Caucasian with longer hair.
Oh, shit.
Savage.
And Peyton Royce, I'm not sure if this was shoots before she had the baby or she snapped back real quick. I don't know.
Nah, that's gotta be Super 40, baby. Because she snap at it like that. Somebody gonna go ahead and get it round 2 in that.
Yeah, I'm sure Sean Spears is working on it.
I bet he is.
He's not on
ain't working on nothing
TV.
else.
He's not on TV. He's got plenty of time to do it.
Nice.
Word.
And everybody's favorite paid fan page starlet, Mandy Rose.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, you skipped Mandy. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh, there we go. A little out of order.
Yeah, there you go.
Mandy Rose.
Okay. The angles.
Yep.
Somebody's using the angles. The Maria Kanellis angles.
Oh, bro.
I'm telling you.
Nobody's gonna be better than Maria Kanellis angles, bro.
Because when you see her in person, it ain't like that. It ain't like that.
Nope.
Like Marie Kanellis, CJ Perry, and Chelsea Green. Boy, them angles are on angles, bro. Ain't nobody seeing no more of them angles.
And our we haven't had a hot sister update in a while.
Hey.
But the Nighthearts, as usual, they're in a pool touching each other, frolicking, if you will.
Very strange. Very strange. My lotion box. Hold on.
And,
Very strange, though.
And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, do yourself a favor. Hop over to YouTube. Watch the first, 3 to 5 minutes of the show. Enjoy the chicks with us. And otherwise, you're doing yourself a great disservice.
Yes.
Word.
Cheeks are for everyone.
I know you like hearing our
Cheeks are for
voices,
everyone.
but looking at these cheeks will make you weak.
Hey.
And now, Ultra Fantasy Booking.
Yeah, let's get it.
Last week was Warzone. It was the last episode before the Fight for the Fallen pay-per-view coming up in 2 weeks. We kicked off the night with a 6-man tag. The Samoan Dynasty, Jimmy and Jay Uso and their little brother Solo Sikoa, taking on Darby Allin and FTR. But the Samoan Dynasty are #1 contenders for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship and the AEW Tag Team Championships held by Darby Allin and FTR. And the Samoan Dynasty took home the win. Will they be successful at the pay-per-view in their respective matches? We shall see. Match 2, we had Indy Hartwell taking on Serena Deeb. And we had a couple stipulations, but Indy Hartwell won over women's champion Bayley after a distraction by Serena Deeb. And then Serena Deeb cut a promo. Cornette, get your fat, pasty ass out here. I've been on this roster since day one. These new girls come in and get all the TV time and all the title matches. Do you realize I've had less than 5 matches in the last year? And I can't remember the last time I won. So let's do this. Give me a title match, but if I lose, I tender my resignation effective immediately. So Cornette says, look here, little lady. You watch your tone when you speak to me. However, you do make an interesting point. The previous administration left you high and dry, and in my attempts to fix this sinking ship, I seem to have overlooked a few things. You're an amazing talent, and I know you deserve better because I helped train you. So, at Fight for the Fallen, it will be TNA Women's Champion Bayley versus Serena Deeb in a career versus title match. And for good measure, it will be 2 out of 3 falls. Match 3, LA Knight taking on Max Caster. And LA Knight took home the victory.
Yeah.
Match.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just care for him doing that now.
I love that. I've been loving it for years, and now y'all on the bandwagon. Let's get it.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
Match 4. The Good Brothers taking on War Machine in the tag division. And the Good Brothers took home the win, 63 to 37%. Oh, wow. I'm surprised at the main event. Main event for the MLW Openweight Championship. Champion AJ Styles facing Malachi Black, representing the House of Black. What up, Valdor? When I voted at like 7 a.m. this morning, Malachi Black was winning like 60 to 30, 60 to 40%. But hashtag and still MLW Openweight Champion AJ Styles. And that was Warzone.
Wow. I thought Malachi Black was going to have it. When I voted, he was still winning also.
Yeah, that was
like a few hours ago.
Yeah, when I voted, Malachi was winning. So AJ got some late write-in votes.
That's pretty cool. Holy shit. AJ Styles. AJ Styles!
With the comeback win. And now it is time for Dragon Force.
Hey, Dragon Force.
Yeah. Dragon Force is going to kick off hard and heavy. Because we're going to have the Hardy Boys versus the Briscoes in a regular tag team match. Right after that, we're going to have our new Money in the Bank winner, Sasha Banks, go against Io Sky in a Falls Count Anywhere match. After that, see how we already had the aspect of a draw between these two. We're going to have Hook versus Shelton Benjamin. And this time, it's going to be in a submission match.
Okay.
All right.
Hook in that red rum.
Right after that, we're going to have Okada versus Sheamus. Now, this next match is going to be a woozy. Seeing how Wardlow lost his belt, he got to work his way back up into it, and he's not the only one that want to give it a chance. So it will be a triple threat match between Wardlow, Matt Riddle, and Matt Cardona. In the last match, see how Moxley is our new world champion, and Baylor finally doesn't have the belt. He's going to have to go and have him a little gimmick match. And by gimmick, I mean he's going to place the greatest gimmick of all time, Logan Paul. In a cage match.
Was that Logan versus Finn?
Yep.
Logan versus Finn.
Man. I'm glad he just said the greatest gimmick of all time. Logan Paul.
But he is the greatest gimmick of all time. Because he basically is just him. WWE money. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. And he's still better than 75% of the AEW roster.
That is the truth, actually.
That's the sad truth.
That is the saddest truth.
That is the saddest truth. But somebody that is better than 99% of the AEW roster, the AEW World Champion, Maxwell Jacob motherfucking Friedman, retaining the title.
That man and his new horn that he's growing.
Yeah.
That's the newest horn.
Retained the title in a 60-minute Iron Man match against the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, and they took you on a fucking ride through this match. They started out slow. They did some mat work. They rattled the furniture outside. They came back inside. They did some technical stuff. They did a bunch of false finishes.
That was great, man.
MJF even cheated to give away a fall to get himself 2 falls right back. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I gotta rewatch that. I gotta watch that match. I heard it was great. It was amazing.
Like this is what happens when you have somebody that's a technician in the ring, somebody get on the mic, and they have a sit down talk before they have a match, and they actually plan out something that they feel that would be right.
Right.
And it just goes right.
Yeah, as you said, technical genius. Obviously, Danielson's a technical genius, veteran, been around for 20 years. And then you've got somebody like MJF, young, very smart in his own right for his age, so willing to learn. Putting him together with Danielson this couldn't have gone wrong. I don't think it could have gone wrong.
Like, and if it did go wrong, somewhere down the line in the ring, they'd have made it right.
Yeah. Because Danielson's such a veteran and because MJF is willing to learn, unlike some people that work in AEW, he's willing to learn. If the crowd wasn't reacting to it, they would have figured something out and they would have got a reaction. If they had 60 minutes, they would have got some kind of reaction.
For real. They would.
Yeah, I also realized that this whole pay-per-view was basically AEW independent stars versus WWE stars.
Yes, and that's why, other than the main event, the rest of this shit was ass.
I don't know. Moxley and Hangman Page really put me in mind of old school territorial Texas Deathmatch wrestling.
That was an average ECW match. That's what that was. That was an average ECW.
If it was that average ECW match, there'd have been some female getting power drive.
Yo, for real. It would have.
I know Moxley loves the garbage matches. I get it. But Hangman was scared of the barbed wire. There's like 3 different times he's trying to pick it up, and he's doing it so delicately that he blows the spot. And Moxley just grabs the shit and rubs the barbed wire on himself because Hangman won't do it. It's like, the fuck?
My hands. Like my delicate hands.
Like he was trying to put it on his boot and then stomp on Moxley. And Moxley just fucking grabbed his foot and pulled it down because it was taking so long.
Bruh.
Like, the fuck? Either commit to it or stay home.
Word.
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie. But that buckshot turned into the damn into double arm DDT. Boy, that gave me Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy twisted faith to RKO vibes.
And speaking of Logan Paul, he does own the buckshot lariat.
He does.
He does.
I don't care what nobody say. Anybody got somebody say it's like just that. That's technically his move. I don't want to hear nobody. That's Hangman Page. You mean Logan Paul? That's what you meant to say.
So, other than this,
Valdor, yes, they are losing that much momentum.
Yes, they are.
Don't let the AEW stands fool you. I know ratings aren't the same as what they be in the past, but it still measures the same thing from week to week to week. Fucking Rampage is in the toilet. They're getting like less than 300, averaging less than 300,000 viewers. Dynamite, they had that pop last week in ratings because Tony Khan's big announcement which turned out to be the reality show. But if you look at the quarter-hour segments, they go down lower every segment in the show. Because you have the Big Bang coming on right before it. They start to show it like 1.3 million, and by 9:45 they're at like 700,000. A quarter of your audience has gone to sleep. They've turned the channel. Whatever the case is, they're just not watching it by the end. Nobody's sticking around for the main event, except for that loyal audience that was going to watch it regardless. As I've been saying from the beginning.
What do you gain from that?
And I'm part of that loyal audience that watches the highlights from Instagram.
Of course.
Yes. I'm the loyal audience that turns it on, and then I do other shit. So I technically count as a view, but I'm not actually watching it.
True.
But back to the pay-per-view. We had MJF in the post-match eating a pickle. Everybody's been copying CM Punk now at the media scrum. First, Jungle Boy did it with a donut. And now MJF, he even called like one of the fucking like Mark reporters. He's like, "Hey, come here. You want a fucking pickle?"
What a mark.
He did call him a mark too. He did call him a mark.
What a mark.
He was like, "It's a good fucking pickle, right?" He's like, "Yeah." Now sit the fuck down.
Damn, yo.
It's like, why did he have a jar of pickles? And if you notice, he kept saying "best in the world." Is CM Punk coming back?
Ooh, maybe.
I wonder.
Is it MJF CM Punk for Double or Nothing? Is that the plan?
Maybe.
I don't know what plan it is. They need to go ahead and start doing it soon.
For real, they need to.
Very oozy.
Because like, who are you going to have for for MJF now?
Exactly. What's next for MJF? I saw on one of the Mark websites. Somebody was proposing that you have the 4 pillars of AEW in a fatal 4-way for Double or Nothing. You do this, Sammy, Darby, and Jungle Boy versus MJF.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I feel like
it
that
sounds good on paper, but to see the match real life, I'm not as happy. Like on paper, yeah, it sounds like something I would be enjoyable to watch down the road. But seeing how he doesn't have anybody else to see it happen now, it's just it ain't it. It ain't hitting for me yet.
Yeah. If they did do that, that needs to be on like one of the fucking TV specials that they have. What is it?
1 to 15,000.
House of Dragon.
The Walking Dead. The Wire. Maybe Oz. True Blood. Power.
The Sopranos.
What other shows they got good? P Valley. They can go down the list.
Yeah, that match would have to be at one of the TV specials.
Riverdale.
The final season of Flash, Supernatural, Superman and Lois. I can go do a list of a lot of shows that they can just make a pay-per-view off of.
Before the pay-per-view, I guess it was a joke. The Gun Club had signs put on the chairs ringside at the arena. It says, "Dear AEW fan, welcome to AEW Revolution. We appreciate you for coming here to see us defend our titles. We know we're the reason you're here. The amount of ass boy chants that are becoming a distraction at AEW hold on, I gotta zoom back in. Shows, please refrain from shouting, chanting, or whispering ass boys at any point during this evening. Please also refrain from chanting daddy's favorite, who's your daddy, or booty boys. Thank you, Colton and Austin Gunn. # not ass boys."
Let me tell you something right now. Grown ass man. If I call you ass boys and ass boys junior, y'all gonna have to accept the fact that y'all gonna have to hear that shit over and over.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure it was a joke. I don't think they were like, extra sensitive about it.
I don't know. We gotta go to a show and just find out. Find out and see.
Because if it's a joke, that's some great heel work.
That is. This is the best heel work, actually. Trying to restrict chants.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, and that match was a total clusterfuck because it was a 4-way tag match. No rules as usual. It's AEW. Just everybody in the fucking ring at the same time. You don't know who's legal.
You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
You just wait until somebody pins, and then you enjoy the nonsense that happens before it.
Shit. I already know that this is a whole debacle.
But FTR's back.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I could have swore their contracts were expiring, unless they signed an extension privately.
It's FTR, bro. They probably do whatever they want, right?
So they're not coming to WWE?
I wish they were.
Yeah.
Wish they were. Because they could be. Because again, assuming KO and Sami Zayn beat the Usos, they could be like the interim, not interim champions, but like they could be the feud to hold over Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, to get Usos off of TV for a while, let them come back like SummerSlam, and then you can do, KO and Sami versus Usos again, for like a rematch or whatever. But in the meantime, FTR could be that bridging feud.
Mm-hmm. I could see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus FTR.
Yeah, I
could see that.
Or maybe it's their contract's longer than we thought, and maybe they're still leaving. But I could have swore they were done.
It might be an extension.
Yeah. Who knows? Because Tony Khan makes everybody sign an NDA, and you can't say shit.
What a mark.
The match between Jungle Boy and Christian Cage, I did not realize it was a buried alive match until there was a fucking casket and dirt on the stage.
They didn't even announce it. I heard.
They called it a final burial match because they can't call it buried alive. WWE owns that because it was also an in your house called buried alive.
WWE taking the rights.
Yeah.
Every name.
Yeah.
Every
A
name.
final burial match. It was an okay match because it was a match with no rules. So you had 4 or 5 matches on the show that just had no rules. So when you have that many, just okay, I'm just here for the shit show.
Yeah. Kind of look like
Oh,
a
you
shit
can't
show.
be here for.
Samoa Joe and Wardlow for the TNT Championship. Like, I like both guys. They just don't have chemistry.
They have chemistry. They don't have chemistry in this company. And by this company, I mean they can't put the same company together.
Like, Samoa Joe typically can have a match with anybody, but for what Wardlow is good at, it's not what Samoa Joe does. Samoa Joe needs to be a beast, but Wardlow needs to be a beast. And
Somebody needs to be a beast.
Yeah, that's the
everybody
problem.
can't be the beast incarnate, but still.
It doesn't work together with them. It just doesn't. Which is why I'm scared for what's about to happen with Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs, who is the face of the Revolution winner.
Oh man, this might not end well.
And if anybody's
Might not,
curious, the only face of the Revolution winners have been black.
Strange.
If anybody's
Very
wondering.
strange.
If anybody's wondering. Because the matches have happened during Black History Month. If anybody's curious. Just saying. But then they lose the title match that gets attached to it. But the winners have been black.
What they don't tell you is that the first snowman was black.
Like I said, very strange.
The Elite lost the Trios titles to House of Black. That was a bunch of people in the tag match. It was all right. If you like that kind of thing. It didn't move me.
I didn't even care enough to watch.
Like I told you before we went on the air, I watched the main event. The whole pay-per-view was 4 hours. So we had the 1 hour main event, right? Actually, minute 15, because we had the overtime after it was a draw after 60 minutes. We had another 15 minutes. So the other 3 hours of the pay-per-view, I watched in 45 minutes. I'd watch 30 seconds. I'd fast forward 5 minutes. Watch another 30 seconds. Fast forward 4 minutes. Nothing really kept my attention during this pay-per-view. I'm sorry. It didn't.
I have the best sound for you. Hold up. Where's my wrestling? There you go. I have the best sound for you.
That's what it sounded like it was. Oh, you know what you need right after that? The SpongeBob thing. Oh, this guy stinks.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. I know I have him here, but probably next week.
So last week, going into the pay-per-view, we had the debut episode, the debut episode of Ring of Honor on Honor Club in the Tony Khan era. After the main event, we had Eddie Kingston come to the ring to challenge Claudio Castagnoli, and he went on Twitter and said, "I went into Ring of Honor locker room and felt free from snakes and liars and the disgusting egomaniacs that are there for self and not for the company. It felt good to be with men and women who want to be there and do their jobs. I remember when AEW used to be like that." Can I state that it's the same locker room?
You know what I think he's getting at? I think he's getting at it's the same locker room, but those people don't get paid as much, or they're not Tony Khan's favorite toy, so it feels more free over there.
Yeah. That's. I guess that's what he's. Yeah, that's definitely what he's getting
that
at.
sounds like? NXT. That sounds like NXT.
It does.
Because also, there was another tweet. I'll paraphrase this one because I didn't save it. I told Moxley that I'd leave Claudio alone in AEW, but I quit AEW, and this is Ring of Honor, so I'm fucking Claudio up.
Hey man, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
No, because they've got beef from like 15 years ago in Ring of Honor.
Shit.
Do what you gotta do. Beat his ass. Just so I can watch it the next day after it comes out on something else.
And now, the Mark tweet of the week.
Hey.
Somebody posted on Twitter a picture of Wheeler Yuta bleeding and said, imagine you're Stone Cold on your ranch, drinking a Budweiser, scrolling through Twitter, and you see this being compared to you.
What a mark.
And then Kevin Nash chimed in. He said, don't worry, he ain't watching. And then Taker, huge pop. Kevin Nash nailed it on the head.
Yeah, he did. That was pretty funny. That was hilarious.
Kevin Nash nailed it.
But speaking facts though,
He is.
we all know that Stone Cold knows about the other companies, but do he really watch him?
No.
No. He knows of them because he's around. He talked to older wrestlers, talked to younger wrestlers. Is he watching that product? Fuck no. Hell, he hardly watch WWE product. He's a legend there.
Right, because he's on his own product.
Mm-hmm. You know the Steve Weisers. He don't give a damn about none of this shit.
Word.
And now Jay Kidd's favorite segment where we dump on Tony Khan.
Hey.
In NFL news, there was a survey sent out to NFL players about conditions within like the team structure, locker rooms, yada yada yada. Services for the players. The Jaguars scored 28 out of 32. There are 32 teams in the league. The Jaguars received the 28th lowest score. So they're fifth from the bottom, if you will. Categories include family treatment, nutrition, weight room, the coaches, training staff, the training room, the locker room, and team travel arrangements. Treatment of families, F. Food service and nutrition, D. Weight room, D. Strength coaches, got an A. Apparently the coaches are good, but the weight room sucks. Training room, D. Training staff, A. Again, apparently the facility sucks, but the staff is great. Locker room, D. And team travel, B-.
Damn.
What a mark.
Because Tony's too busy flying wrestlers around that they can't use the plane for the fucking team.
All I can say is,
also,
anybody feel bad?
Also, there's no shortage of complaints shared by Jaguars players. The players unanimously agreed on one main issue. For 3 to 4 weeks during the season, there was a rat infestation in the locker room.
The hell?
The locker room where Tony Khan likes to take a picture with the coach and point like he's Triple H?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
That locker room.
Damn.
Yeah, they have rats.
Can I say I'm not surprised because he's a mark and he would hang around with rats, so it makes sense.
What a mark.
I love this button.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he is.
And any chance to dump on Tony Khan is a good one.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Super mark,
What a mark.
Announcements for WWE 2K23 Season Pass DLC came out, Sunday? There's going to be 5 DLC packs. You're going to get Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, B-Fab, Top Dollar, Ashante, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Tiffany Stratton, Elton Prince, Kit Wilson, Harley Race. Ooh, Harley Race. I didn't see that one before. Ivy Nile, Wendy Chu, Tony D'Angelo, Trick Williams. Is he still? I thought he got fired. Anyway, Bray Wyatt. Which version of Bray Wyatt? Zeus, Valhalla, Joe Gacy, Blair Davenport, Eve Torres, Wade Barrett, Demon Camp, Andre Chase, and Nathan Frazier.
Yo, we getting Debo.
Debo.
We getting Debo.
Debo.
What bike?
If it's anything, we getting Bray Wyatt. We probably get NXT Bray Wyatt. Because we're getting Performance Center, Randy, John, Brock, and what do you call it? So we probably getting early Bray Wyatt, like early Hawaiian shirts, and before the all weird shit, Bray Wyatt.
I would love that.
I would play with that Wyatt against the other Wyatt, like we used to do Mankind versus Mick Foley versus Cactus Jack versus Dude Love.
Yeah.
And see who's the top dollar.
And I know one of the latest screenshots from the game are the Bloodline entrance. For some reason, they've only given the Usos one of each belt. One's wearing a red belt, one's wearing a blue belt.
That threw me off when I saw it. I was like, oh, that's a cool. Wait a minute. The fuck?
I was like,
There's too many belts out. I can't carry all them belts.
I guess if they put the extra belts in there, it would have fucked up the algorithm.
It would have fucked up the graphics. There's too much belts for one bloodline.
But it does look dope, though. It does look dope.
It does.
It looks great, but if you're going to have the bloodline, I need to be seeing everybody with goddamn title, two of them, especially they got them. Not just one apiece, and then Roman would come out with his two. And no offense, you zoom in on Paul Heyman looked like one of them weird-ass CGI Reggie friends. So that bothers me a lot. Like, when I saw the picture, I was like, okay, title. And I zooming on Paul face, and I was like, Paul, what they do to you? Why you ain't complaining about this? Because you don't look like the Paul Heyman I remember in any of the games.
I don't know what they do to him. They messed up his face, though.
In other Bloodline news, Solo Sikoa got married last week.
Hey.
And obviously Jay was there at the wedding with his brothers. And he's also been doing house shows with them. However, what they're doing at the house shows is Jimmy and Solo will come out. They'll do an entrance, whatever. They'll start they're usually like 6-man tags. So the match will start, and then Jay will just walk in through the crowd, hop up on the apron. They'll win the match, and then he won't celebrate with them. He'll just leave again through the crowd. So that they've been doing that at house shows.
Bruh, storybook telling done right.
Yeah. He's like, I'll show up and help y'all, but I ain't really fucking with y'all like that. Obviously, we know what happened now.
I'm gonna help y'all because y'all my brothers. Y'all still got me fucked up.
Obviously, we know what happens now, but we'll get to that in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah.
But nice to see another Samoan ready to have some more babies and make more Samoan babies. Black and Samoan babies. I believe she's black.
So Bam Bam got married.
Yeah. Oh no, she black. Nah, she black. I seen the photo of her. She is an African American woman. She's black.
Yeah, he likes the dark chocolate.
Oh yeah, he does. You know, he got a sweet tooth. You know, he light skinned. she dark skinned. Together they made a Reese's. You know how it goes.
Have little rock babies.
God, they gonna come up with big ass foreheads like the rest of the family.
Over on SmackDown, Cody Rhodes made his first appearance in 7 years. Well, since he left. He came to do a promo to call out. Well, actually, Roman was in the ring. He came out to approach Roman. He asked the Bloodline to leave. The Bloodline left. Roman laid down the titles. Have you ever won one of these? Have you been challenged for one of these?
Have you even main evented?
Have you even main evented? I was like, yo, he's grilling Cody.
Grilling him.
Yo, he grilled Cody. But can we all just appreciate the fact that he did a great impression of Dusty?
Yeah. Yeah.
He did.
And again, that's what makes this particular feud work so well, because there's so much truth to the backstory. The Dusty helped train Roman. And then everybody knows that Dusty was never quite proud of his kids for their wrestling, because Dustin always just never was it, because he ended up having to resort to getting over his gold dust. And then, you know, he had his drug issues, and he left WWE. He turned in that bullshit he did in TNA. He came back to WWE, got cleaned up. He had a better reun in his older years, but never really measured up to the legend of Dusty. And then everybody thought, okay, because when he had Legacy, he had 3 second-generation wrestlers. Randy Orton was a shining star, and Cody and DiBiase just never had it. So you just figured, oh, that's it. So there's a lot of truth to it, and it works.
The fact is, like, these two trained under Dusty too. It's something that's going to be very special at WrestleMania, because I feel like there's going to be multiple storylines with the Bloodline that's going to finish right at WrestleMania.
Yep. And for all the WWE haters that like, oh, I don't give a this is fucking beautiful, man. And think about what the Bloodline story has done. The Usos, who in their right were one of the greatest tag teams of a generation, you've taken them to the next level where they're now major characters, they can now be single stars. Main event Jey Uso. And then even now, all of a sudden, with Jey out of the picture, Jimmy's now shining. Solo's going to be he's got a great start to his career. He can be something in 3 to 5 years. You've taken Kevin Owens from, he's always hanging around the main event title, but, the main event picture, but he's never just quite there. He's now a main eventer. Sami Zayn's now gone from fucking Johnny Knoxville WrestleMania to Sami Zayn's a main eventer. You've now given Cody a great second WrestleMania. Even if you want to go back further, the Drew McIntyre feud. Drew McIntyre was already a champion. He got another shot. This was a great resurgence for Drew McIntyre because he had kind of been floundering after he had lost the title. The Bloodline story has helped everybody involved.
The sad thing is, the Bloodline story has kind of put WWE back to the old days where you could have 50 people on the show, but everybody's relevant now.
And again, as where we started this my rant, there are just so many different angles within one story. It's not just one linear story. There's 5, 10 different branches to this one story.
Exactly. And it's all going to come together. It's all going to come together at the grandest stage of them all. So.
Yeah. But as we were saying, on Monday night, Jey Uso showed up. He got emotional with his brother. It looked like he was going to pick the white boy. But he said, nah, fuck that. Eat this fucking Nike Dunk. Sit your ass down.
Yo, somebody on Twitter said it perfectly. They said, thank you, Jay, for giving kids in 2023 trust issues that took us 30 years just to get over.
Yep.
And I was like, thank you. They're going to grow up like, I don't know who to trust anymore. Man, we've been like that since the 90s, my boy. Y'all get to get it early. I like this.
Y'all learning early.
I sadly, I think they took the route that I laid out like a month ago. You're going to have Jake be confused. And then I guarantee when Jay speaks, it's going to go something like, I should have stuck to my guns and not trusted you. I was always skeptical about you. You ruined my family. Fuck you. That's what something like that's going to come out of his mouth.
Well, it kind of played out that way.
It's like I should have stuck to my guns and never trusted you. And then he went on Twitter and posted family first. Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't tag Dominic Toretto, Vin Diesel.
I don't think he has to. I think he probably ran it by him first. I was like, hey, man, you mind if I use this? He was like, yeah, man, it's family.
It's family.
Family. I'm mad that you're singing that. And you've got fucking cars.
I'm seeing you again.
Man, you got the car noises too. That is so funny as hell.
I didn't want to use this because,
Oh no, that's Paul Walker.
No.
That's Paul
I
Walker.
don't want to do the last part.
I would have. I don't give a damn.
All right, cool. Fuck. All right.
Well, we did.
Before we get canceled.
Alex talked about it at the beginning. Vince McMahon's porn star stash.
Hey, Vince McMahon's.
Vince is back. Vince is at Raw.
What is with the stash?
Some people, the first report that I read, for the first time since his return to the company, WWE Executive Chairman Vince McMahon was backstage at last night's episode of Raw. A report from Fightful suggested that Vince wasn't there to run the tapings, but instead wanted to spend time with his good friend John Cena.
He looks like somebody's uncle from the Marine. Like, what?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I gotta give this one for his stash real quick.
That's
the McMahon stash.
it's tough, but it's creepy at the
I'm about
same
to say,
time.
Wait, his mustache put me in the mind of his last name shouldn't be McMahon, it should be McMahon, like it should have been. Like Vince? I am Vic McMahon. You be like, oh, okay, shit, I didn't know that. I thought you was Vince. No. I'm going to go see my friend Juan Cena. And just walk off and be like, oh, the Spanish Vince. Cool.
This is like if the most interesting man in the world and Vince McMahon had a baby.
It would still make Vince McMahon, but just with a mustache.
Oh my god.
And speaking of Juan Cena was on Raw.
Hey.
And it's the setup to Cena versus Austin Theory for WrestleMania. And of course, he told Theory, "You're not ready. There's just something missing about you. And I'm going to show you a real star." And he went to the stage and called out Cody.
Hey, first of all, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back to the jokes that was said between them two. Because I'm not going to lie. Old Theory said, I'd rather be me. I'd rather stay here like your hairline not. And he turned around and showed his hairline and he said, well, at least I don't have to have the company pumping fake audience cheers for me because I'm that irrelevant. I was like, ooh, goddamn. See this shit. How you come back and just hit niggas with that? We didn't have to fight for real. Fuck that.
Damn, son.
Yeah, Kelvin said Juan Cena cooked Theory like a hibachi.
Bruh, I swear to God, bruh, he laid him out and patted him, was like, don't worry, it'll be all over soon. It just went ham. I was like, God damn.
Damn.
Bruh, he cooked Austin Theory so much when he got done. I was like, damn, I think he might have overcooked him. He might have cooked him fully well done at this point.
But that's one of Cena's theories. Either you sink or you swim if you want to play with the big boys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said, hey, look, we did the Roman and look what Roman at now.
Yep, exactly.
I don't know if Theory can do it, but, you know. I don't know. I think I rewatched that on YouTube like 5 times.
So is WrestleMania going to be one night or two again?
It's going to be 2 nights again.
It's going to be 2 nights.
And
I think all 4 now is just 2 nights just so they can get as much matches and much money they can out of this crap.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, a lot of the roster is upset because allegedly Triple H is cutting back the show. Allegedly, he wants each nights to be 6 to 7 matches. You know, he's going more NXT TakeOver style, quality over quantity. However, these reduced matches are mostly featuring either part-timers or celebrities. Because you've got, in the main event, obviously got Roman Reigns and Cody. Then you've got Charlotte and Rhea, Bianca and Asuka. And then you've got Brock and Omos. You've got Logan Paul and Rollins. You've got Cena and Theory. You've got Becky with Trish and Lita versus Damage Control. So right now, half your matches are part-timers or celebrities.
Damn.
So you've got to assume Walter's getting a match. So that's another. But who is it going to be against?
Damn, son.
I'm guessing Drew.
It's either Drew or who else? Like LA Knight or anybody else?
From my understanding, the plan was Drew versus Walter at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that would be the plan.
It looks like it's still going to be the plan. It's like everything else we've seen so far, we already called was going to be the plan any goddamn way.
Yeah, so a lot of allegedly they're not going to be doing the battle royals this year, or they're actually going to reinstitute a pre-show and then put the battle royal on the pre-show, because the last 2 years they haven't had pre-shows. It's just been main card.
Man, I can't believe it's already been a year since the last WrestleMania.
Yep,
Shit.
it's been a whole year.
Damn. Seems like yesterday. It seems.
It does.
And something we were talking about right before we went on air, the MVP posted a photo of him backstage with Street Profits and Carmelo. Is he hinting at a revived Hurt Business? Because we've been seeing MVP in like the background of backstage segments. It'll be him talking to Shelton or him talking to Cedric. And then he just randomly defends Bobby Lashley and when he's cutting a promo, but Bobby still says he wants nothing to do with MVP. Or are we just talking about it? Are we going to get a super group? Are we getting every black wrestler in one faction?
Hey man, why not? Shit.
So why not put Bianca Belair in the Hurt Business?
She's too happy. She's too happy.
No,
she's too happy.
That's the best. Here's the thing. Make the Hurt Business happen after WrestleMania, the new Hurt Business, and make Bianca Belair still champ. Or she could lose it. Doesn't matter. And she turns. Part of the Hurt Business. Come out with
What's funny? I would be with that. But I feel like if you keep her happy, she'd be the only one that probably keep the guys in check.
Even after giving the belt to Asuka?
I feel like she'd be the one to keep them in check. Because you got to think about it. She's been on a better run than mostly everybody in the Hurt Business, new or old.
Mm-hmm.
So why not make her like the poster child of the Hurt Business?
Like I said, I don't think she'd be a poster child. I just think she would be the level-headed one for the Hurt Business. Like, everybody else is going to be there to prove something. She ain't got nothing to prove. She already done it.
Mm-hmm.
But she's going to be there to back them up, especially if they got to go against, let's say, the Samoans. And, they bring out one of their little female fan members. They got Bianca Belair right there and ready. Because, if it had been done right and Shorty contract didn't expire finally last week, Naomi, they would have had Naomi, either Nia Jax or Tamina. They'd have had 3 women in that group that could have been just dangerous. And we already seen Naomi go from being happy-go-lucky to looking like she could have been a great heel if they just made her one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Valdor nailed it on the head. Need a group to replace Bloodline after they fall. And a revived Hurt Business is definitely it.
Definitely.
The group.
Because I already know that the Bloodline after WrestleMania, they're going to take a break.
Yeah.
They're going to fall. They're
definitely
going to fall.
I mean, I love Judgment Day, but they're just not the one to replace the Bloodline. They're good where they're at. They're good where they're at.
Judgment Day is a good version of Right to Censor. And I'm gonna say it now.
No, they're more like the Ministry. I would call them the Ministry.
Nah, you can't call them Ministry because the Ministry motherfuckers actually did some work.
Yeah.
They're more like they're more like Right to Censor because Godfather was still doing his thing. Steve Richards was still doing his thing. Overcame was doing his thing. But Ivory was the one that was really running the shop because she was in more matches than any of them.
Yeah, you got that.
I give that the equivalent of the Radicals. I don't know. Maybe the Radicals because still they did shit, but they didn't do shit.
Yeah.
WWE
has announced King and Queen of the Ring for the next Saudi show, which is May 27th. So I guess they're not gonna give it like any crown jewel or whatever. They'll probably still be in October or whatever. But the next Saudi shows are just gonna be called King and Queen in the Ring. They're not going to bury that within the context of the show. It'll be the feature of the show.
Nice.
Sonya Deville got arrested for a gun charge.
Oh, hey.
In our home state.
Well, she is from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I believe she claims like Elizabeth or something. I forget what she claims.
Well, looks like...
Or Saddlebrook. No, I think she claims Saddlebrook. But anyway, court documents indicate that the arrest happened on February 19th in Atlantic City after a valet discovered a weapon in her car's glove box and then proceeded to call the police. Now, why the fuck is the valet in the glove box? What the fuck are you looking for?
What the fuck you doing in my glove box, boy? What the hell are you looking for? You supposed to be taking my car and parking that bitch. You're not supposed to be touching anything else in there.
So
it sounds like a setup.
So here's what's. I'm sure she's already done this, but I'm not giving out legal advice because you're not supposed to do that legally. But I'm just saying, go sue the fucking hotel, sue the fucking car service, sue the fucking security service in that building, sue everybody in that building that allowed that to fucking happen.
Yeah, man. Because Sonya Deville, you know, she's pulling...
I'll pull out the Glock.
Pulling out the rocks over here.
Yeah, her and John Morant. John Morant pulled out a gun on a fucking teenager.
She just came out of Arn Anderson's house and shit.
He pulled out his gun on the damn plane, the private jet with all his crew, and now what is he, suspended indefinitely?
Yeah.
Pull out the Glock.
First of all, you're a fucking millionaire in the NBA. Why are you playing a street ball for money against a teenager? Well, I guess he didn't realize it was a teenager. But you're playing a street game for money, and then when somebody doesn't want to pay up, you got the fucking Glock in the waist? What?
Why?
Anyway.
Shit, man. That's crazy.
Now, wild things that I do want to see. Everybody knows about the movie Cocaine Bear, right? Mm-hmm. How about
that's my movie.
Cocaine Bear versus Perk Angle?
Right. Let me tell you, I feel like Perk Angle will win, son, because he was unstoppable.
Everybody says that. Kurt Angle will fucking suplex that bear 15,000 times. If you thought
him in the meanest ankle lock.
If you thought what Brock Lesnar did to John Cena at SummerSlam that year was bad, Kurt Angle will suplex that bear until that bear cannot walk.
And he's gonna angle slam that bear into tables, the 50 different tables. He's gonna yell out, "It's true! It's true!
I'm true."
He's going to take them straps off. He's going to yell that woo one good time. And that bear going to be trying to run. He's going to be like, nah, where think you going? Get back. I'll be like, oh my God, somebody get help for the bear. He's not going to make it.
I popped so hard when I saw this. I popped so hard.
The fact it said it's Perk Angle.
The sad thing is, we all know Kurt Angle seen this. And he probably laughed and was like, that would be funny.
Yeah, yeah. And one of our favorite people, Iron Sheik, he gave Jinder Mahal some good words of encouragement. The Jinder Bubba, excellent shape, excellent talent, and now he does the Iron Sheik clubs. He forever, no jabroni. Respect the legend.
Of course.
Damn.
The modern day Maharaja, man.
He don't put anybody over.
He don't.
He put the modern day Maharaja over.
He don't put anybody over, and he put Jinder over.
Imagine you get a push because of this.
Jinder, no jabroni. He's not Hulk Hogan.
Jinder gonna get a push right. He's gonna get a push right into the ground again.
Of course.
Shit. Jinder already went through his good highlights already.
Yeah.
You know, his good years.
He only went through the good highlights because WWE was trying to get to that India, and Vince just knew that was the best way to get it to work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, good place, good time. I mean, shit. I mean, right place, right time.
Yeah.
Shit. That's basically what Jinder went through. I don't know.
And it's time for us to get out of here.
Yeah.
It's been another enthralling episode of Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast. I'm Darth Messiah, and you, sir?
Alex the motherfucking Hill.
Good night, J-Kid.
Good night to all. To all the good night.
Peace.
Peace.